So we're going to start with Tchaikovsky, with Onegin. Raquel, González. So, for the audience, besides introducing yourself and saying what you're going to sing, would you give us some context, the character, the story, just, a few lines?
Hello, my name is Raquel González. Requiem is Bretton Brown. Today, I'm singing an excerpt from Tatiana's letter scene from Tchaikovsky's Eugene Onegin. What has happened before this scene is Tatiana has fallen in love at first sight with Eugene Onegin, and she decides that the best way to express her feelings is through a letter. We're starting in the middle of the scene, but to give it a little more context, I've just said, could I have fallen in love with somebody else? Maybe. And then my first response is actually, no, I couldn't have. You are the one for me.
Gorgeous. Oh, so great. So perfect also, you know, in the sense that you have the right quality and the right color and the right sort of kind of voluptuousness in your sound that really lends itself well to this. Now, I'm not even going to bother with the text so much because I want to look at some bigger things. I would say I'm getting her ardor. I'm getting her hope. I'm not getting the uncertainty or the think. You know, I just my two daughters are now just past, you know, or moving past their teen years, but teenagers are extremely volatile in their thinking. I mean, 1 minute it's this and 1 minute it's that, and so I don't get the searching quality and the sort of, you know, because she says a lot of crazy things. You know, are you the one who came in my dreams? And when I was giving money to the poor, were you the one there with me? I mean, so she is off. She's off in her own little world. And it's hard to do a scene like this without the action, obviously, because you've got the whole section where you'd be writing furiously and you have to somehow make that work. And it's a good idea to do an excerpt from this also for audition purposes, I think. So I want to see so much more. It's too general. It's all very general. And I find this consistent in performances, frankly, across the boards. And the thing that separates the men from the boys in an audition setting and even in a performance is that breaking up each phrase, each thought, each half phrase into some other point of view. And when she's thinking and when she's searching, even if you're standing center, and still, I want to see a change in your focus. Your focus was very consistently out and sort of that, but I want to see something more. You know, there are times when she questions what she's doing, and then she finds a thought and says, "Wow, that was a good thought." So a little bit more, a lot more of that, and then vocally, first of all, are you nervous?
A little bit, yeah.
How do nerves affect you?
It's shaky.
So
breath. It's hard to.
It's hard, okay, because it didn't feel quite settled, exactly. So I know, nerves is a whole nother battle, but I would love to just let you take a deep breath and start again, and because your vibrato is a little bit tight, and I think that's probably a breath and nerves, possibly a breath and nerves thing. And then I want to work with you vocally in a couple of things. But let's start again from the beginning, and because relax this part of your mouth, okay? Because you're holding here, and that's putting a lid on your sound to some degree. I'd love to hear a little more freedom in the resonance in terms of use of the mask, a little bit more ease in that way, and not being so dependent on sort of a full-bodied sound. So there's more color. Sure. Start from the beginning again. Okay, so this is very hard to start out of the blue because it's I really should have I should just marry somebody who's who's an obvious choice for me, and this is really crazy that I'm thinking about this guy, and then she thinks about him for a second. So that out of the blue, it's got to be Drugoj, another guy. You're kidding me? That's crazy. So out of in your breath and your way you start that word has to be that. What was I thinking? This is all easier said than done, by the way. I just want you to know I realize that, because we're doing this thing called singing. Yeah. So one more time, and just let me see in your face that you're thinking, and that. It's literally, it's the head slap, Yeah. So, and that's really, again, it's not about Drugoj to the audience. It's a crazy thought. Yeah. Yes. And now the answer to it. Okay, so one more thing, Raquel. In finding this change in focus and this more specific thinking behind what you're saying, it will enable you to not do this. This is your consistent, default movement, okay? So you've got to kind of vary your vocabulary of movement in there. And we definitely never want two hands doing the same thing. So that's it's very easy to do that. So your nyet could be like a, no way, you're it. You're stuck with me, buddy. Just after Drugoj, so just where we stopped. Okay, so I feel like your placement's a little bit too low. It's a little bit too mouthy, and so let's start again. So part of it is that you're trying to make so much sound, right? So just remember, you're a young Tatiana. You're not a sort of mature. Don't try to sound like people on the record, because. So let me just see you take a huge breath. Yeah, there's not much happening there, right? Let's do it again. That's better. Now, so imagine that you take that huge breath, right? So this is expanding and your rib cage is expanding. And then what happens when you start singing? What do you do?
I should maintain that expansion.
Okay, yeah. And the operative word is should. Okay, so what I'd like you to imagine, so you take that breath, right? And you start, give yourself some place to go. Don't sing full out for every phrase. Allow this can build, this can be, she's formulating her thoughts. This isn't like a creed that she wrote 3 weeks ago and memorized, which is kind of how you're doing it, right? So she's thinking, this should all be searching. No, you're the one. So when you start out, if you start out, it's marked piano. It's marked piano, and start out soft so you have somewhere to go, because what's happening is by the time you get full out, your pitch is a tad down, and it's too turgid. There's too much breath pressure behind it. Let it have a little bit more space. Relax here. So try it again. So think of it. Start again with something that less dramatic. So think of it. Now, and also, I want you to go home in the mirror, because I know you're doing this role soon, and I want you to just practice. Look at yourself and imagine, can sometimes it be, oh my gosh, I just don't know, I don't know what's going to happen with this. This is, just find a really big vocabulary of movement, of hand movements and gestures, and maybe at some point you sort of even pick up on your clothing, and maybe you turn away. Because, if that's your focus, then maybe sometimes you stop and say, well, I feel too vulnerable now. So build that in. And then, of course, it will take, about 20 years to really incorporate everything. But you can start now, okay? So start again. Now, easy, easy, easy. Don't press it. Here, mask. Okay, one more time. Beautiful. I like the ease of that. It gives you some place to go. Now, what will help you project is not forcing air through your chords, but more resonance. Nyet, nyet. You start with a nice N. Let me hear nyet, nyet. Just, yeah. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Nyet, nikamu. You've got two of them in a row. And an eval. Nyet, nikamu. So use that to get started, as opposed to, it's all kind of back. It's a little bit too far back. One more time. That's really beautiful. That is really beautiful. Now, one more time. Sing super legato. Just add this to what you're doing, right? I don't expect you to incorporate everything now, so hopefully somebody's taking notes for you. So same thing. Yeah, I like the mass. There was more mass there. And now just really take that breath in and sing on the line, on the breaths, on the legato, okay? So the reason why singing's so hard is because we're dealing with an internal instrument that has a gazillion elements, right? And text, and then, by the way, we have to act and sing the language perfectly and find the spirit of the character. So it's just a lot to incorporate. It takes time. So this is just food for thought. This is not, there's no expectation that you can do everything. So same thing. Use those sounds to get the voice on the line. Think carrying it out. Try that. Easy. Big breath, good. Okay, good. Now as you went up, you grabbed here. Let it go. Okay, and it was so beautiful up till then, and it was only the last two, and it's a control. It's a way of controlling. So till Vishnim Susha from there. Breathe. Yeah, now that's a smell. Yes. Yeah, and you're controlling here by pulling it in. Okay, one more time. Just from there. Much better. You're still tightening here, but that was better. So that's a mirror thing. You sing in a mirror, and you will release and you'll be amazed how that your voice will open up a little bit. Okay, go on. That right. Okay, perfect. Aval, right? Sa, she's a ma, sa, she's a maya. it is that you're giving too much in the middle.
Okay.
So when you get to the top, you're squeezing to get the rest of your air out. Okay, easy in the middle, and save the blossom for the top, right? But it should be a natural blossom, not a sort of something you put on. Okay. Now, one more time. Just do that one more time, because this is, and I'll stop on this, and we'll go back to expression. Actually, I think we have to go on, right? Shoot. Just do that phrase again for me. Where were we? And this will help you in the piano singing. Yeah. Because it takes a long time to have the courage to let go, and especially for soft singing, because you have to really relax and allow it to spin. And our tendency is to want to control it, obviously. So just sing that phrase for me one more time. Big breath. Okay, so you can then decrescendo it from there, because it's so held. Just that last phrase. Yeah. So just instead of this and then controlling here, kind of just get a little bit more relaxed and use less kind of tension here. Okay. Okay, so let me hear your biggest pianissimo on that. Just do that. No vibrato. Zero vibrato. Just I just want to hear the core. Okay. Now go. That's right. Okay, so I just learned something in November that I'm going to share with you all that has changed my life. And it was from a speech pathologist. It's basically to warm up through a straw. And Edie, I totally live by this now. Because you can also vocalize, because it uses way less breath pressure. So you are using so much air that you've lost dynamic flexibility, which, you know, it's so beautiful. People are saying, we don't care. You know, we were just happy to hear her sing. But you'll be able to do more with your voice. And that's a good way to sort of try that. So you basically sing through a straw and just, or sing the aria through a straw, you know. And it's helped me stop using so much breath pressure too. But it's a very good little tool. So and by the way to find that is more mask resonance, spin in the top, and then try mezzo di voce, and go up and back. You know, just try that one time, and then we have to stop. I know. I'm having fun. I'm sorry. I hope we're having fun. Okay. Post-traumatic stress syndrome. Okay. Go ahead.
With the mezzo di
Yeah. Good. That's right. That's the right direction. So keep practicing. You should be practicing that every day. I mean, not necessarily in that spot, but in life. Yeah. Okay. And try it without vibrato, and the more mask you can get, the higher. We need more head voice in that pianissimo. Okay. That's all. Sure. It'll help you. You'll love it. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Raquel. Thank you. Bravo. Beautiful. And toi. Oh man, isn't music great? I love it. And by the way, when I'm in assisted living and have complete dementia, I will be singing that aria. Once you learn something with that much text in a language you don't speak, it just comes out by rote, and it's going to keep coming out, I think.